Hello everyone. This video is for my technical writing class as we move into the 5th week of classes and we start working on correspondence documents this week. Sorry for the lack of a video last week. I was sick. I had a cold all week. I didn't really have a voice and I was kind of just a gross mess. So I thought I would spare you all from having to see that and take a week off from making videos. Hopefully you guys were fine without them. It wasn't too hard of a week, I don't think. So let's move forward. This week, you have 3 assignments due, and I tried to give you guys a heads up in the middle of last week that this was coming, so hopefully some of you got a jump start on these 3 assignments. They're not particularly hard assignments. I know when students see that there are 3 assignments due in a week, they tend to freak out a little bit. My advice would just be relax. They're pretty easy assignments. Maybe do 1 a day. I think they should only take you an hour or 2 to get them done. I don't know, but hopefully they're not too hard. So what I want to do in this video is just real briefly talk about due dates for these 3 assignments, the preview date for these 3 assignments, give you a little bit of information about what should go into each of these assignments, and then give you some closing thoughts about correspondence documents and professional communication as a whole. So this week we have the letter of transmittal, the email, and the memo assignments. All 3 assignments are due on Sunday, August 12th, and all 3 assignments have a preview date of Wednesday, August 8th by 11 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time. So again, what that means for the preview date is that you can turn in any of these assignments or all 3 of these assignments by Wednesday before 11 o'clock p.m. And I will review them over the next 48 hours, make some comments, offer some feedback, get them back to you, and then you can make the changes and resubmit them by the final deadline of Sunday, August 12th. So let me talk a little bit about the letter of transmittal. The letter of transmittal is going to be the first real document in your portfolio. At the end of the class, when we assemble all these documents together, the letter it'll go cover page letter of transmittal. The letter of transmittal is basically an introduction to your portfolio project. It tells the reader all about the project. So these are the things that need to be in the letter of transmittal. And you can find all of this in the writing prompt itself and in the grading rubric, but I thought I would break it down here. So your letter of transmittal should include the title of your portfolio, a brief portfolio topic description, what you want the reader to do with this information. So once they've read through your portfolio, what are they supposed to do? Hopefully your portfolio is a convincing argument that they should make some kind of change. Do you want them to spend money on something, make a new regulation about something, vote a certain way? I don't know. It's kind of up to you and your project. You also need to provide an overview of the documents that are included within the portfolio and why you are writing about this topic and stance. So as far as the overview of the documents included, the portfolio is going to have a formal report. It's going to have a proposal. It's going to have a memo that details sources used, things like that. Just kind of think about the documents that are going to be in there and explain that to your reader. And then again, the last one is why you are writing about this topic or stance. This doesn't need to be a long assignment, a lot of writing. You could probably do this in a paragraph or 2, just a short letter. Make sure that you follow the directions and look at the grading rubric. It's very specific about needing proper letter formatting, a proper introduction, a signature, things like that. So take your time. It's not a hard assignment, but take your time. Don't lose easy points. The second assignment is the professional email. What the email needs to do is it needs to give a status update on your research into your project. It needs to briefly explain the overarching debate and the 2 major arguments of this debate. So you need to look at both sides of the argument. Then you need to explain which side of the argument you plan to side on, and then list a minimum of 3 reasons for your stance or 3 reasons against the opposing argument. And then finally provide an update as to when the final proposal will be ready. For that, just look at what the last day of class is, and you can just say the final proposal will be ready on or approximately that date. I don't have the calendar in front of me right now. Pretty easy. Then your memo might be the hardest of these documents to write, but even then it shouldn't be very hard if you've been doing some research. So what you need to do with the memo is you need to list and appropriately cite using standard, preferably APA format, 3 different sources that are relevant to your portfolio topic. One source should be a scholarly article from a peer-reviewed journal. One should be a credible website source, and one should be a popular source that would not be acceptable for a formal report. So, for example, Wikipedia might be a good place to start your research, but that's not acceptable for formal academic writing. So you're going to list the full references. So you would want to probably visit a website like OWL Purdue APA and see how to properly cite something. I would advise against using any like EasyBib or any of the things that claim that they will cite something for you, as they usually make mistakes. And I'll pick up on those mistakes. I'm not too picky about it. If the citation is close, I'll be fine with it, but try your best. The OWL Purdue APA website is the best bet. OWL, like the bird. Once you list the full references for your sources, you then just kind of give an overview, like what this source is, what it's talking about, is it credible, how does it compare to the other sources? These don't need to be full paragraphs even, just a couple sentences is fine. And then you'll address this to the same boss and company that you've used in your previous correspondence documents. In regards to like who you're addressing this to, you can make up like a fake boss. If you plan on using this for using the portfolio research that you're doing for like a real thing in the real world or in your workplace, you can use real names. It's up to you. I'm totally fine with using fake names, fake places of work, as long as you have the information, like a good address bar. Doesn't matter. So that's it. Those are the 3 assignments. They're not that hard, I don't think. They might take you a little bit of time. Don't be overwhelmed by the fact that there's 3 assignments due. You'll be fine. They're not that bad. And if you have questions, you're always welcome to email me or shoot me a text or give me a call. So I wanted to give you a few closing thoughts about these correspondence documents. Just some takeaways from this lesson. I think it's important to understand like why we're doing this. Why are we spending the time writing this sort of thing? Excuse me. So the first is, I want you guys to get into the habit, if you are not already in this habit, of communicating with your business associates, your bosses, your coworkers, your classmates, your teachers, and the administration of the school, always in a professional manner. I get a lot of emails from students that have no subject or have the subject of help. The email comes from an email that's not a PIMA email. It's, starkisses7571@hotmail.com. There's no introduction, no like, good morning, Mr. Colby, just, I need help with assignment. Emails aren't text messages, and I don't have your contact information saved in my Gmail where it just automatically pops up and tells me who you are. And then I'm teaching 3 different online classes right now, and I'm about to start teaching 7 high school classes, and I don't know who you are, and I don't know what assignment you're talking about. And I'm not calling out anyone specifically in this class. It's just sort of an in general statement that I've had a lot of students do those sort of things throughout the years. So get used to writing a proper business style email with a subject that clearly lets me know what you want, and a greeting and a signature and a thought out message. I know a lot of the times students write me emails because they're in a hurry trying to complete an assignment and you just need help on something, but it ends up wasting time because I have to reply and ask you questions about what it is exactly you wanted help with. And then, maybe you won't see I won't see your first email for an hour or 2, and then you won't see mine for an hour or 2. And so it's just costing everyone time. So get in the habit of communicating with everyone in a professional business manner. The second reason I think this is really important is that your professional communication brands you. Uh, and what I mean by that is how you carry yourself in emails, in memos, in letters, how you carry yourself on social media, how you carry yourself on LinkedIn, how you present yourself digitally or through the written word is often how people are going to know you. I don't know any of you in a face-to-face manner. I make these videos so that you can get to know me a little bit and get an idea of who I am. But even then, most of how we're going to communicate is going to be digitally. And so think about how your words, your formatting, your digital communication represents you, and put the best you out there. I know you're all awesome people and you're all great students. And so I look forward to the work that you are doing this week. If you have any questions on any of the 3 assignments that are due or deadlines or anything like that, just let me know. I would be more than happy to help. I hope this video helps you. Have a great week. Until next time.